Will it be banks that will transmit gold worldwide electronically? How do you envision the actual practicalities of doing global trade in the future?
I don't. I know that there's solutions, but I don't like to try and come up with an answer myself, because the free market is the best at testing a whole bunch of different things and coming up with the best solution. It's when you have a man-made solution that you protect from all of the outside stresses and testing that you come up. Have you, Nissim Taleb wrote a book called Anti-Fragile. And something that is fragile breaks easily. Something that is robust doesn't want to break. Something that is anti-fragile becomes stronger and stronger as it is stressed from the outside. And that's the way organisms are. If you've got something that's growing, a tree, and soil dries out on one side, it'll extend its roots on the other side and seek water and become stronger for it. When a human contracts a disease, we create antibodies, and we're stronger after that because we now have a resistance to that disease. So natural organisms are anti-fragile and become more robust over time as they have been stressed now and then. But we design these man-made systems and then protect them from any stress. And the thing about allowing the free market to come up with a system instead of some economist trying to design a system, or somebody coming up with it's best if a bazillion people come up with answers, and then we try everything, and the one that there's a winner after that, and the winner is the one that is the best at holding up under stress, at serving. The free market is what brings you anything from around the world. I mean, you go into a supermarket, or you go on to Amazon.com or some website, and you order it, and anything of man and the earth, and I mean, any food that you want from anywhere in the world can be delivered to your door. All of these products and services. That's the free market that does that. That isn't government. That isn't one person planning it. It's impossible for one person to, I was just, when I was sleeping last night, I've got this mattress that's inner spring mattress. So it's got steel springs, and then it's got this big layer of this gel stuff. It's called a purple mattress, and it's got some layers of foam in it, and it's got cloth on the outside. And I was thinking about, wow, all the plants that have to be grown, and then the synthetic fibers that are oil, and this gel that comes from oil, and the steel, and then all of the mines and the farms and the different systems that it takes to create this one thing that everybody takes for granted, that we sleep on every night. There's no government in the world that could produce one of these without it costing like $1 billion per mattress. This is the free market, and everybody working in their own self-interest to support themselves and their families, working with people that they may hate. They don't know. In China, they don't know any of the Americans or Europeans that are buying these products that they're producing. It's the same thing. And in China, they're buying some resources from Africa and from everywhere around the world. But we've built these complex supply chains without any backup systems. And we're about to see what happens when this breaks down. We've built an extremely fragile system. And what's even more fragile, though, is the world's monetary system, because it's just as fragile as like this supply chain system that we've built around the world for all of the goods that we consume, and like pharmaceuticals and everything else, all of the high-tech items. We're going to see a huge disruption in that. But when it comes to the financial system, it's just like that, but then you add all of this leverage to it of borrowing to make some extra gains here and gains there. I mean, the debt that the world owes. So if there's a collapse of it, it's going to be a total implosion. The supply chains could collapse for a little while, but they'll be rebuilt.
Right.
With all of the leverage that we've got, if this thing collapses, it will be a complete implosion, and it will be hard to get it started again. And that is pretty scary because that stops all transactions temporarily.